Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-9878. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Under agreement with the local government, the Foundation is to maintain stewardship over SCP-9878. Personnel are to turn away civilians and specifically track historians of Anglo-Saxon or Germanic history and ensure they do not approach any SCP-9878 sites. When government liaisons request it, they are to be granted access to SCP-9878 for sanctioned uses, as outlined in the Bucher Accords. Under no circumstances are personnel to intercede in government use of SCP-9878. If they feel uncomfortable in their role, they may request reassignment outside the region. Description: SCP-9878 are a series of thaumaturgically and necromantically active Anglo-Saxon archaeological sites. They are also distinguished by their exceptionally well-preserved condition. Their anomalous properties may only be utilized by certain individuals. It is not known what criteria are used in the selection, but it is known that Prime Minister Redacted qualifies for the use of all SCP-9878 instances. SCP-9878-1 is a church, dated to circa 500 AD, whose graveyard has been emptied. Each grave has been unearthed, and the remains are scattered across the pews. When eligible individuals enter the main building, these remains answer questions regarding the presence, layout, and opinions of religious groups within 444 miles. Extensive use of this ability has been key to the monitoring of sectarian sentiment across the region. However, the object possesses no ability to affect this sentiment, and violence has only deepened over time. SCP-9878-2 is a burial mound of an undetermined individual. It is filled mostly with various fairly mundane grave goods, but contains one major anachronism. Much like the Sutton Hoo site, it contains a ship at its centerpiece. This ship is a 19th century tea clipper. Within the hold is a stock of tea, which refills whenever the craft is unoccupied. Drinking this tea induces strong feelings of nationalism and patriotism, which lasts up to 6 months. The government possesses a reserve which it historically exported to splinter states, with a focus on royalist holdouts, such as SCP-9878-3 is a scriptorium, which contains several hundred books written and illuminated in the monastic Anglo-Saxon style. The particular books vary between visits, but are generally late 19th and early 20th century European and especially British literature. Modern English written at a designated lectern will be duplicated in bureaucratic centers across the country, providing a prompt and efficient method to disperse laws, decrees, and news. Expresses some discomfort at the prospect of erasing regional linguistic differences by forcing conformity to his own standardized English, but considers effective information delivery more important. SCP-9878-4 is a palace, strongly resembling reconstructions of Winchester Castle as it existed during the time of Alfred the Great. Before its entrance is a plinth, upon which lies a Bible whose contents has been altered. Instead of containing the typical biblical narrative, its pages are filled with repetitions of the phrase, "To he who follows." When an eligible individual seats themselves upon -4's throne, they may issue commands which are unequivocally obeyed. has historically been hesitant to wield this power, believing it to be an overextension of his authority, but made extensive use of it during 1948 to 1950 to achieve unification. The sites are located as follows. -1. Countryside outside of Srirangpur, Rajasthan. -2. The Sundarbans, West Bengal. -3. Pune, Maharashtra. -4. The outskirts of Hyderabad. And that is it. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.